Oh, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Father&Sons Koi channel. This is an update from the last video I did on Thursday of what's been happening in this pond, which is the main pond. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I've just seen a fish jump. I don't know what one that was. It looked like bentback, to be fair. Right, we have to net him. We've lost 4 more fish, and you're probably thinking, so have they all gone for the same have they all died of the same reason? No. There's 5 different reasons. So you got dropsy, ulcers, fin rot, mouth rot, and what's the other one? Gill fluke. Because we had an orange Matsuba that looked like it had gill fluke. Because he was also flashing a lot. But yeah, it's like these tests. All 3 of these tests, we don't check these ones, but all these tests, they've all come back clear. So I don't know what's caused it, but yeah, we've lost another 4 fish. I'm gutted. And if you're probably wondering what ones we lost the Yamatonishiki to ulcers, some orange and white thing, that's something Ogun, we lost to a problem near his eye. They got very bad. Orange Matsuba, Deutsch Matsuba to gill fluke, and my Jinrin Shiro Yutsuri to dropsy. So they've all gone for different things. Just absolute gutted, because I don't like losing no fish. Now, I'll come back to the remaining ones in a second. I'm going to talk about the big problem that I'm currently facing, or we're currently facing, because me and my dad, we do this hobby together because I enjoy it when it's going right. We all know our big achiever, also known as Chestnut. She's got a problem right next to her eye. Well, we've just had her out on the table to be treated, obviously, and I got to admit, it's not looking good. It looks like the skin is growing back, but it's got a lot bigger. So I don't really know what to do, because we can't put her back in here, because there could be something in this pond still. We haven't got a holding tank to put her in with some of this. See if I can find it. Some of this stuff. Some of this, because that's what we put in the pond. They swim around in it for a week, and it kills any bacteria or anything. Mind you, could put her back in the pond with a dose of that. But yeah, I'm all out of options really, because if, praying to the koi gods, but if we do lose Chestnut, the big 40cm achiever, I will be done with this hobby. I'm not joking, I will be done. I'll just say to my dad, just get rid of the lot, because losing her will be like losing Derek all over again. And if Derek's buried right there on the corner. But I know, but Derek was just a fish. Like, why are you getting so upset about it? Because Derek was a very special fish. Not because he was friendly or anything like that. It's because he was the very first fish that we bought that, you know, that was special. You know, every time we'd walk up to the pond, so the path starts, you walk up here. Every time you walk up to the path, he'd always be there, and when he sees you, he'll turn around and he'll come up to you, even if you don't have food. He used to graze past your hand and stuff. He was a very lovely fish. Like the saying goes, he's probably the king of his pond in heaven, fishy heaven, and I know I'll see him again in the afterlife. But yeah, if I lose the bigger cheeba, or if we lose the bigger cheeba, I will be done with the hobby. And you're probably all thinking, oh, but that's just a fish. You could easily replace her. You can't replace no fish on this planet. You know, there ain't going to be a clone of the identical fish. Like, yeah, you'll get one close, but, you know, finding a fish like that now, you know, is it's very expensive, and two, it's going to take a lot of time, because it seems Deutz achievers seem to be quite rare. But we're trying our best. You know, we'll treat her, keep an eye on her. But if it comes to it, she'll have to come up here into the main pond with some of that treatment stuff. And yeah, and just pray. Just pray that she makes it. But if you're wondering how all the other fish are doing, they're doing fantastic. They're eating like mad and all. So this is where we keep the food at the moment, because we had a little mice problem. This is the old tank. Well, that bag was full probably, I don't know, 4 weeks ago. Well, they've done nearly all that bag. And that's just the ones in down at the house. The pond gets them a little bit as well. But yeah, they're eating well. As soon as you open the door, they're there wanting their food. So, and they're growing very, very big. But for the remaining 5 in this pond, we have the kahaku, a black Deutsche Chiba, bent back the Deutsche Chiba, a Yamato Nishiki, and a Deutsche Saragui. Now there's still 3 in this pond that still have problems. You have bent back. It's got, my dad says it looks like gill flute, but I say it's more like an ulcer. The Yamato Nishiki's got ulcers coming and a little bit of fin rot, and the Saragui has got mouth rot, but the Saragui's mouth is looking a lot healthier. So touch wood, we can save them all. You know. But if it looks like they're suffering, I ain't gonna let them suffer. But yeah, as for the other 2, the kahaku and what was the other one? Deutsche Chiba. They ain't got a mark on them now. We had the kahaku out on Saturday, not a mark on it. I know I said in the last video it had a red scale, which it did, but that scale has fallen off. The kahaku's just, don't know if you can see that. There's one of them's right there. I think the water's moving too much. See it now? Right there. That's the Yamato Nishiki. I can see the kahaku as well through there. He's a very big fish now. Very big fish. That's dripping as well. Need to sort it out, because I don't want to walk up here one morning and find that the pond's got no water in it. But yeah, other than that, they're all doing well. So I'll give it another week or 2, and then hopefully, if the cargo and all the other fish are still here, and we don't lose no more, then we can get back on track. Because this is, you know, this is upsetting not just for me but for my dad as well, because some of the fish that we have lost were his, and most of them that we have lost are mine. But yeah, we're in this together, we get by, but if I lose the big achiever, I will be done. So all this, the Nexus, all of it will be gone, because I'll just tell him to sell the lot. But yeah, I ain't got much else to say really. I will show you the fish in a second. I've got to fix that because that's dripping for some reason. No clue why. I might have to actually glue it, which I don't really want to do, but might have to at this point. But yeah, I will pick you back up when I'm down at the house. There they all are. Here she comes. All wanting their food like usual. See the mark on her face? I'm gonna get some food. See if we can show it to you better. She can sure eat as well. See the mark on her face? She's a gorgeous fish. But yeah, they're all doing great. Easy Pod's doing well. Bit green obviously, but what can you do? Ain't got no UV on it. Got a koi sock now as well, because I don't want to contaminate the water with that net we've got. But yeah, I'll pick you all back up in the shed. But as you saw, they're doing very well, and I don't know if I got a good angle on it, but you saw that she's got the mark on her face. Well, that's the mark that's got bigger. It started off a little speck of white, probably, I don't know, that small, and now it's probably that big. It's right next to her eye as well, so you have to be very careful when you're treating her. But like I say, if it comes to it, she will have to come back up here and have to put some of that medicine, some of that stuff in. But yeah, I will keep you all up to date. If you're new around here, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and I'll pick you up in the next one.